Welcome back to Pinoy House Gastro, everybody. In today's episode, we're baking milk buns. Soft, delicate, and extra buttery is what I can describe for these buns. And sexy. Let's not forget sexy. Moving on. Let's start with 1000 grams of bread flour, 150 grams of sugar, 20 grams of instant yeast, 25 grams of salt, 2 eggs but we'll only use 1, 150 grams of unsalted butter, and finally 600 ml of fresh milk. Let's get mixing. In a KitchenAid, add the flour to the bowl. Let's first pour our yeast and get it mixing. The flour acts as a buffer and prevents the salt from making a direct assault on the newly growing yeast. Next, add the sugar and the salt. Just let it mix with the dough hub for about a minute. Gradually add the milk and let the dough form on its own. And remember to always scrape the bottom of the bowl. Just keep adding the milk until you finish it. You'll need patience here because at first, you think that the dough is too dry. Don't add more milk, just let it mix, and let the KitchenAid do its thing. Trust in your equipment. You see that? I didn't add any more milk, I just let it do its thing. Patience. You can see the dough forming now. Add the butter cubes one by one. It'll be best if the butter was softer than what I used, so that it could be easily mixed. But if you're like me, I couldn't wait any longer. And now's the time to add the egg. Don't add 2 eggs because at this point, we don't want to add more moisture to the dough. I added a bit more flour because I felt like I needed more flour. At this point, we just want the dough to feel a little elastic. An indicator that the dough is done mixing is if the dough is not sticky anymore. This means the gluten has formed and it is ready to be kneaded manually. On a clean surface, sprinkle some flour on the table so that the dough doesn't stick. Scoop the dough out and sprinkle more flour on the top. Put some on your hands too. This will help you knead the dough faster. We just want to knead the dough until it's nice and smooth. We try to get the opposite sides of the dough and bring it inside. Then push it outward and just repeating the process until the surface is smooth. Just also make sure that it's not sticking to the table, so add more flour if needed. Once the surface is nice and smooth, form it into a log so that it will be easier to portion out later. Cover the dough with a damp towel to prevent it from drying up. Time to portion out the buns. I prefer medium-sized buns, so I want mine to measure about 50 grams each bun. You can of course make it as big as you like. Just make sure that you leave space in the pan for the buns to grow. Prepare your baking trays by smothering butter in the bottom so the buns don't stick. If you have a silpat or wax paper, that'll work too. To form round buns, just use the side of your palm and push inward and do a circular motion. Just keep practicing and you'll get it in no time. And now, a time lapse of me rolling out some buns. I swear, this is really fun to do, and it sure is satisfying to make. I just want to take this time to thank all those people who were here from the start and helped me actually grow this oh, it's done. Okay, moving on. Cover with plastic and let it proof for about 45 minutes or until they double in size. Make an egg wash by mixing a couple of eggs with a splash of milk. Also, remember to preheat the oven at 175 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Brush the top of the buns and make sure you cover the entire surface. This will make it nice and shiny later. Bake the buns for about 11 minutes. It is done once the top is nice and golden. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share this video with all your friends. This is Pinoy House Gastro signing off, and remember, always stay inspired.